Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today I'm just going to be doing the standard setup, but I'm going to be trying Doom mode, multiplayer. Gonna go at it alone. Kept an eye on Tungle, but not too many people around this weekend.
I must be getting close.
New Year's must have everyone really busy. It's been a long time since I did multiplayer, I think, so physical damage, that sucks. Well, not really thrilled about having to deal with physical damage right away. Kind of forget what these guys take. Oh, they're fire. Nice. Well, I don't really have a goal for what I want to find here because the Joker's Folly is over in where's that horror mode. Basically, I just got all grinded out from doing Oculamire the weekend, so I just wanted to do some more enjoyable things. It's not to say that the hunt for items isn't enjoyable, but I really don't like having to go into Purgatory instead of Doom. It's different when you're actually just playing different parts of the game where you can die, but Purgatory is kind of a... I don't know. It's not as hard, so you just kind of like lose interest. You feel like you're doing a job more than anything. I guess there is some things I want to find down here. I know that I want to find the helmet for the rogue set. Not the rogue, the assassin. And I can only find that on level 16 from, I think, the Curse Bearer boss. Or like the Lord of Order. So yeah, really not a lot of ways to find try getting a wall up there, it's not gonna happen. Maybe I don't need to play as defensively. Just for the boss, I'll have to find a corner to squat in. I don't know how they can go through firewalls. Almost wonder why I set up the walls to begin with. Oh, lots left still. Oops. Oh, whoops. Wah. Well, that's a terrible wall. I still have my doubts as lightning being better than lightning ball. Just doesn't seem like it really packs the same punch. And my mouse is getting caught on something. Can maybe deal with some of these guys while I walk. Oh, never mind. Not with those guys around. Eh. Ugh, it's gonna take so long to kill these guys. Stick a golem on the far side, so hopefully he keeps the ones that bounce in funny directions away. Ooh, balanced plate mail.
No.
Ooh, that's a high armor class on that one. I feel like the armor class really isn't that important on that one though. I'll have to check later. It seems like it's a good one, but I'm not really sure if I'd use it. Not that I really play Scout a whole lot.
I cannot cast that.
This is one of those fights. If I don't really spend the time to focus on one, well, it'll probably end up taking me days. Like with other enemies, they'll just chase you, so you can just keep running into mobs and kind of like kill them as you walk, but these guys would probably be a bad idea. That's a big crit. So as for other reasons maybe people aren't playing a whole lot this weekend is all the news of Thehell 2 coming soon basically has people just waiting until the new game comes out, I guess you could say. There's also talk of cold damage, poison damage, and I think that's a good idea. I mean, not just because, you know, more things to look at, more spells, whatever, but Right now it's like, I think you have like 5 or 6, I think it's 5 different elements you can use. And one of the spells is elemental, so it's physical. But if you had cold and poison damage, well then that's a lot of spells you have to flip through, because, you know, sometimes it's kind of like fireball, where it's like, that's really the only fire spell that matters. But other times it's like, you know, lightning ball. If you're like a mage that has maybe level 20 spells or under, you still have to kind of make that distinction. I like to try and use lightning, but it's kind of painful. It's just not as good as lightning ball, even in like a situation like I was in before, where I could hit like 4 dogs with like lightning, and that almost like never happens. So, but yeah, I think that after playing yesterday on that like level 56 mage build, there's really not a whole need for physical damage on a mage. Like, it's meant to be low damage, but it's honestly just not. It's like really high damage. Like, all of my strategy yesterday was just blown out the window because, well, it just made more sense to just use elemental and like curve around the corner and stuff. Like, there really wasn't a point to use all the other spells on most occasions. So, I think with like poison and cold damage, you can take away the physical damage on a mage, except for things like Flame Wave, where like the damage is obviously negligible. It's just there for the knockback. And so the people with like super high level spell builds will actually have to like, you know, switch their spells, not just have to use elemental. And it's probably funner too, like when you're playing that kind of build, like, you know, sure you could say like, well, it's really fun because you don't have anything to worry about. You just, even if you're like completely off your rocker, having a bad day, you just pull out like elemental. It'll go fine. But I don't know. I guess there's talk about like elemental effects on the player or enemies. So if you do like lightning damage, you'd stun enemies. If you did fire damage, you'd do damage over like 3 seconds, things like that. And I don't know. I think that's as long as it's limited, like once every like 3 or 4 seconds or 5 seconds maybe per enemy, I think it would be fine. But I mean, some of it just, you can just look at it and be like, okay, that doesn't really make sense. Like, if you're gonna have holy damage as charm, are you just gonna charm every single like undead monster every single time that you hit them with an attack? So things like that obviously don't make sense, but I think the idea is there, you know, with fire damage dealing damage over time. That's not really anything that like breaks the gameplay, or, you know, say if you did have cold damage, a little bit of a slow. While that would help, I think if it's stuck to melee weapons, that really wouldn't be balance breaking. You'd have like a lot of ways to, you know, add some utility even if you aren't high damage, but still not being like overbearing to the point where, say like if a scout had it or like a mage had it, just like freeze the whole screen and everything moves super slow. It's like, well, that's a little too high utility if you ask me. So here I know that my spell levels are, not my spell levels, my resistances are quite poor in comparison to normal. What? Where did my fireball? What the fuck? What? Well, anyway. Oh, my mouse keeps getting stuck on the wall. I have it taped so it doesn't end up chafing the wire, but looks like that's in the way. Oh shit, Ash Golem. I was like, man, they don't look like they're hitting me with a lot of fireballs, but
What ails you,
wow.
my friend?
Hello, good friend.
Greetings!
I guess I should have used these potions instead. Oh well. And I guess I'll look for Seeker of Death too. Seems like it drops off of Kabuto helms now. So much better for me. Because I can actually find it now and I don't have to go into Purgatory. Oh, that guy just stopped in an instant. Okay. Oh shit.
Not enough mana.
It's kind of annoying that one mage can interrupt my cast. Relic of Apocalypse. I might actually use that. Oof. Oh, that's a nice warp. I guess we're not gonna get that last one. He got stuck in his animation to go into the ground, I guess.
I cannot cast that yet. I cannot cast that.
Okay, he doesn't take physical damage. He looked kind of like he was not dead, so I was like, maybe he'll take some physical damage. Recently I've been told that you can only get to 220 durability on items by going to the shrines. Which I guess was like, I don't know how to feel about it. It's like on one hand I like it that you can go, anything past 200. But I kind of wanted to go to 255 at one point with my wand and see if it could turn indestructible. I don't think it would, but I mean, you never know. What's this boss take? Okay, the boss takes fire. Want to get rid of the undead guy next. Really trying to get the stragglers out there, but it's really hard to see too. I noticed in single player I'm able to do this, which is nice. I mean, not single player. It says multiplayer, but with only one person in the game, I guess the damage is actually high enough. I tried doing this with my buddy in the game and I die a couple times. Maybe it's the build too. I think I used my other build before, which didn't have a lot of AC. So maybe I got stun locked. But yeah, for cold spells, maybe it could be something like really close range, but it's got like freezing potential and low damage. You know, because you're gonna have like the slowing effect. Maybe have like, you know, like not the benefit, but the caveat, if you will, is that you need to be close so that you can apply those, you know, slowing effects with your spells. If you can even apply slowing effects. Because part of me thinks that like maybe slowing down enemies too much would be a little, I wouldn't say like too powerful, but like, you know, it's getting there. If you have super high damage and you can slow them down, then it's maybe a problem, but yeah, if it was something like Inferno, but it was cold damage instead, yeah, I think that would be a pretty good identity for cold. And then poison, I mean, I actually think poison damage should kind of have the fire damage thing going for it. That being, that's a nice visual. It should do damage maybe over time, but you can only do damage over time. So like maybe the damage could be, you know, modest still. Not as good as like fire, but you have to do damage over time, so it could be a little bit more than arcane. I don't know. I kind of want to identify this just to see if it's something of doom. Felt like there was another mage left still. Oh, you're just way back there. Okay. Ooh, rogue outlet. That's one of the perks of being a mage. You can just, if there's a straggler like that, just leave them to the hydras while you fuck off and move on. Alright, level 15. I think these guys take fire damage. Let's see if I can find a good corner to put this. Ooh. Oh, is that a triple fire level? Oh my god. Oh, this is gonna be such an easy level if that's the case. Ooh. Well, there's our, so maybe not. Oh my god, I think it's a quadra fire level. Holy shit. Everything takes fire damage. Wow, this is gonna be a very, I wouldn't say easy, but like, you know, with the exception of like Lazarus and Zar the Mad, this would be a very nice level. Oh, that's actually a good corner to have with Zar.
I am sorry. Did I break your concentration?
So it's a lot of damage. I'm a little hesitant to just go in there Novang, but just kidding, I'm not. But usually I like to use flash on these guys if I can. Sometimes you can get them to stand still like that. Not always, but you know, if there's a lot of them and you use it in the middle of the room, you're bound to get a couple. Actually, it works surprisingly well when you don't have other people in the game. I never really realized that. They always seem really jumpy when there's 2 people in here or more. Oh my god. Well, alright. Even though it's only one little hole here, I'm gonna... kinda wanna use Firewall, but like I don't wanna use Firewall, so... maybe I'll try without it. Okay, somehow that just triggered everything. What the fuck? I mean, I'm not really that ticked because it's, you know, it's not like I end up losing anything, but you know, what if you're like a new player and you're just like, why did I just trigger Lazarus? And you're having a bad day to begin with, you know? That might just make you put down the game. Okay, the bosses are coming towards me. That's really weird. I don't know why just the bosses are coming. I guess I won't complain though. I don't know what they're running from. Barbaric sword. Okay, maybe a bad idea with all that lightning. Yeah. And it looks like they don't aim for the golem, they aim for me. Oh shit, is that guy invisible? Oh, he is invisible. That's a sick effect. Especially when the whole boss mob doesn't do it, so you're kind of put off. I think the gold golems, they do that. Their whole mob goes invisible. Still not dead after 2 flashes.
I cannot carry any more.
There we go. Pretty much all full up now. This will just help me pick out the archers first, because they're pretty much the most deadly thing to me. My DFE is low, so. Thought I heard jewelry drop. Oh, there we go. Seems like a bad idea, but I really want to get in there and do a quick note or a flash. Oh, did he just interrupt my apocalypse? That's lame.
You are too late to save the child. Now you can join him in
Let's have a flash off. Here we go. Okay, well hopefully my golem just takes care of him. I don't really want to deal with that right now. Alright, evidently not. Sometimes he pins him in a corner for me, sometimes. My mage seems to block anything from chess with a reasonable rate, but with enemies it's like he never blocks anything, so I kind of wonder if chess have like a really low like accuracy level, or I don't know accuracy level, but maybe like chance to proc a block. I'm not really sure how it works. I thought it was dexterity based, but I could be wrong. Can't tell how close the archers are. I think this build is really a lot better. Usually I die a couple times when me and my friend go down here. I don't know, my damage is a little bit better, but I mean, I don't think damage really should make you more invincible. Guess I should do some hydras. Really weird they hang off the screen like that, instead of just like trying to slowly edge towards you. Maybe it's a trait of this boss or something. I actually feel like a sharpshooter. Got quite a few there. Don't think I missed any items down here, right? Oh, blacksmith oil. I guess I did. Warblade, warblade. Maybe a warblade could be good. Oh, hello. Actually, I might pick up these really low-end items just to see if I can get one of those crystalline dooms or something. I was talking with Gonomod there, a guy on Discord and Tungle, and he was trying to go through what he thought melee mage would be like, and I never really thought about the strength route, so we pretty much settled on the dexterity route like I did last time. But he has some pretty good items, so I figure if he could get like an Emperor's just low level like mace of something of Doom, then that's like all your chance to hit. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And then you also don't really need as many stats because your weapon is actually like decent with Doom. Like you're never gonna do a lot of damage, but it is some damage. Guess I should have left some oh shit. Trying to weed out where the boss is for this, but I'm not seeing him. Full plate mail. Looks like it'd be too deadly to try and swing a Nova in there. Yeah, you're getting a lot of decent base items this game. Yeah, the fun switch. That's not where I fucking aimed. Snipe. Okay. I don't know who I set off there. Judging by the amount of yelling, I think I know. see what we have here.
No.
This is a weird paladin shield. Maybe it's to try and use like teleport, stone curse. I think I have one though. Not like I'm gonna use that, but
Carry anymore. I cannot carry anymore.
alrighty. Oh, we got hybrids here too. Quite the level. Oop. Oh boy. Those are two bosses at once. That's not gonna be fun. I think what would be cool is if your spells could, like your novas, could auto go back to spell after it's cast, or anything with a cooldown really. So if you cast, you know, like my Holy Nova, if it could just trigger on to Holy Bolt after, because that's the only other damaging holy spell I could use. You know, that could, it's because it's kind of a large reach. You have to go all the way to like the U key. Same with like Arcane Star and Arcane Nova, that'd be pretty cool. Just pretty much any ball skill with like the attributable. Well, they got all the way over there. Oh man. With the attributable ball skill. That would be, it would save a little bit of time, a little bit on the fingers. And if it's automatic, then you could also still change the spell. So it's not like you're missing out on time. Like say if I want to teleport right after, you know, I'd still have to change it to teleport. He seems a lot tankier than before. I don't know what's going on here. My fireball's not really hitting him or something.
No.
Abysmal Mask. Oh, actually. Since they're all hanging up in the corner here. Holy cow, they really went far into the corner. I don't know why they went so hard in the corner. Ugh, that's terrible. Like, how am I supposed to fucking get them from there? It's awful. Is it just this corner that makes them reset like that? Oh, this is awful. Oh my god. Oh my god. I should have let them come one more square in, but yeah, what a pain in the ass. They just won't follow me in the bottom corner of the screen. Yeah, what, did they just take off again? Like, they didn't even go at my golem. Alright, I'll give it another shot. Oh fuck, the mages. That's not where I wanted it to go, but oh well. Looks like I can still clip one of them. I don't know, those two types of enemies probably have me contending for the top spot of most annoying enemies. Soul burners and those bone wing demons. Because when you try and use your golem to hold them up, you just knock them back, so you don't really have the control over them. And you just kind of have to like do right here and have like pretty much kill one in the corner and hope that they don't overflow onto the side. Other classes don't seem to have much difficulty though. The scout makes quick work of them. So I gotta boogie and make sure I can kill at least one of them before these guys around the corner come. Here I'm not too worried about taking one of them. Or one of their ranged hits, but at the start it's really bad because I have to take like 15 of them. So you really can't get hit by any of them. Ugh. Maybe I can just let my golem deal with it. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Okay, hopefully this should keep them. No. I should have just killed them when I had the chance. Oh. I don't have the damage to quite bomb them, so. But that hasn't stopped me before from killing myself, so why should I start now? There we go. The damage is starting to catch up. Lightning, I guess, isn't a good idea to use on them. I shouldn't have did that. When they get to about half health, they start warping away. If I just did the lightning ball, I'm more likely to finish them off before they realize they're half health and flip around. Oh shit, yeah, I forgot. I pressed all the happy switches. Come on, pick it up. Alright. This is kind of the lazy way of doing it. I don't think it'll be a huge issue. They seem to die fairly quickly. Alright. I was really lucky. Every time I went to attack, I would just be invulnerable and then I'd come out and do it again without getting it. I think I got all the items, yeah. Oh shit. Wait, is there a unique over here? Oh yeah, that abysmal mask, okay. Ooh, Spectral Elixir, very nice. that's a pretty good run there. I'm not too quick at them, but nonetheless, I had fun. Nice little break to get back into it. Oh, shit. Damn, that's a shitty misclick. Fuck. Well, I guess kind of on the bright side. Usually Spectral Elixirs aren't needed. Usually you'd prefer just doing one stat at a time, because half the classes probably shouldn't be adding into magic or adding into the stats at the same rate. You know, if you're a gladiator, you probably don't need as much dex as you do like strength and vitality, so
Greetings.
not a terrible loss, but it kind of sucks when you see nice drops like that and you go and have have brain deficiencies like that. Okay guys, well, catch you guys next time.